That's a crazy bruise. Hey, y'all. Can you guys hear me? Oh, that's fucked up. Hi. Okay. Oh, it's been a busy day, huh? Busy, 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 busy. I got this bruise on my leg. Like I bumped into something, and I normally bruise like fairly easily. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. How's everybody's day going? I didn't do much of anything today, to be honest. My mom's been keeping me on my toesies. You know how that goes. Hold on one second. It's nice out today. Oh, that's dope. So obviously in the position that I'm in where I'm not at home, working is going to be a little difficult. You know what I mean? Because my mom's treatment is like 5 days a week for 6 weeks. It's beautiful today. It really is nice out today. So I'm taking advantage of it because I'm not in Florida anymore, y'all. I'm not in Florida anymore. My day's been busy. It's been busy as fuck. I guess time will tell, you know what I mean? It sucks being the oldest. I'll tell you that. It sucks being the oldest because you gotta do all like the medical stuff, right? You have to like all the responsibility, you know? And like my siblings are still fairly young, you know? Thank you. My youngest she's my sister. She's only 18. So it's still like, you know what I mean? It's a lot for them. Yeah, and I don't want to live here, right? Like I left here for a reason. I hate it here, to be completely honest, but I'm sorry. It sucks to be like the oldest, you know? I'd rather be the baby and have no responsibility, you know? I saw you, Mace. How are you? Yeah, it's been a busy day. Thank you. Um, it's busy because like on top of the treatment, y'all. Are you ready for this? This is just like my luck. On top of the treatment, she also has a torn rotator cuff, and they're not going to do any surgery while she's undergoing this type of treatment. So yeah, it's fun, right? But here's the thing, though. Boy, mom, at least I have. It's not fair to leave it to my 18-year-old sister who doesn't have the education that I have, nor the emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be selfish of me to do that. As much as I fucking hate it here, right? I left for a reason. Poor Finn is just losing her shit, dude. I feel so bad for her, honestly. Right, but it's easier for me to do it than to leave it on somebody that isn't mature enough to do, right? So it's been fun. It's been fun. Definitely a fucking adjustment, right? I'm used to like being in my own space and poor Finn, my poor cat. My skin is so dry. But it's a lot to, you know? Hey, Brett. Right, and like, so obviously before they turned 18, right, it was, I had, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like if something ever happens, I'd get custody. But my siblings are trust fund babies. So they're probably worth about 40 mil. So they'll be fine financially, but emotionally, like, my mom is all they've known, you know. It's not easy. And it comes with a bunch of emotions, and we're all in one home, right? It comes, let me rephrase that. It comes with a bunch of emotions that some aren't mature enough to deal with, right? So it's fun. Right. Well, but like, here's the thing, right? They shouldn't be making decisions like that anyway. I mean, I don't know how old they are, but my siblings are younger than me, right? Like, I don't know. It's a lot. She's just chilling. The rotator cuff is really what's bothering her. So she has the rotator cuff on the left side, right? That's one rotator cuff on the left side, and the cancer's in in the right lung. So she can't necessarily sleep on either side because it's painful, right? It's definitely a lot, right? Definitely a lot. Well, thank you. Right, and it's hard because like, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just a lot all at once, you know? Yeah, I never really go live. I'm bored today. Well, aside from the mess that I've been dealing with all morning. But it's nice out, and I was just sitting out here because I miss the Florida sun. That I do miss, because it's nice right now, but then at night it gets fucking cold, y'all. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? Like, I don't know if anybody has ever had any type of shoulder injury, but it's one rotator cuff, as painful as it is, let alone the cancer on top of it, you know? So it's a lot. That's actually a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm going to look into it because I know she's got one in there. It's probably a good idea. I am not in New York. I'm in Jersey. So like, that's another thing, right? Like, oh boy, her cats keep attacking my cat. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. But trust me, I expect nothing less in my life. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm gonna look into it. Right, and like, but here's the problem. She can't have the rotator. I'm listen. Finish struggling. She can't have the rotator cuff surgery because of the cancer treatment. So it's just kind of like a grin and bear it type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, right, Canada, I know it's different, but I'm almost positive. I feel like her bed might. I'm not sure, but I think it might. I think it might. But is that different than a recliner chair? You know what I mean? I don't know. My brother actually, so I have my parents obviously divorced, and I have two brothers that were my dads with my stepmom. My brother actually just had shoulder surgery, and he's still out of work. His tendon was completely detached. Right, it's like a hospital bed that lifts. Is there a difference between that and the uh, the recliner? Sorry, I lost my words. Sorry. Yeah, I'm wondering. And here's the thing. So my mom was an RN. She got injured at work in 2018. Since then, she's had two spinal surgeries. She had a neck fused and her spine fused. And it's just been like hit after hit, you know what I mean? It's been rough. So like, she has lung cancer with lymph node metastasis. Um, it's fun. We're having fun. You want to know what really sucks? And yes, I'm going to complain about it again. This fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I finally got a large cup, but I had to drive 20 miles for it. Okay? 20 miles. Right. And she actually got a lawsuit because the person was supposed to be on a Hoyer lift. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but and they told her to take the patient anyway. And she wound up getting injured. No, I'm in South Jersey. I'm in South Jersey. But I was just thinking to myself, shit, my brother and my sister both left for work. So now I'm stuck with no coffee. No, I'm from Staten Island. I'm not from Jersey, but Jersey is where I am right now. Good afternoon. I think that Burlington is west, like northwest of where I am. Similar. Not far, though. No, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I do notice, you know what I did notice? I don't have my comment filters on. But every single time, without fail, it says review comments. That's new to me. I don't know. I don't have comment filters on. I never use comment filters. I don't turn my comments off because that's just, how you gonna talk shit and turn your comments off? It's embarrassing. So I actually have, I've thought about it a few times. I thought about it a few times. I did, because it's not very far. But yeah, I'm from Staten Island. I think that people, and you know what really sucks? This is what really sucks to me. Dealing with something like that so publicly, and then having to come to terms with somebody did that to you. That's tough, you know. So I need a fusion. I have scoliosis, and when I was 27, my discs started to deteriorate, and they told me then, which in hindsight I should have did it, right, because I was probably using 30 milligrams a day, but and I didn't, because the neurosurgeon was like, well, we could give you artificial discs, but you're at your age, you'll probably need to have it done again. And I was like, yeah, no. And I'll be honest, though. My back doesn't hurt as bad in Florida. You know? It's the cold weather that really fucks with my back. And here's the thing, but even, I understand that, like, because generally you could read, and I get that, but, like, oncology is a total different, you know what I mean? Everything is different, protocol is different, you know, and I'm grateful, because one of, like, the girls that I've been friends with my entire life, right, she works at the facility that my mom will be at, so, at least I have her, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it helps because I can understand the terminology, but, like, it's still really, it's not the same as, like, a med-surg chart, you know what I mean? Hindsight? It does. It makes a difference, and I really thought that people were crazy when they would tell me that. I really did. Like, I was like, no way does it make that much of a difference, but it does. Because there was some days when I lived here, I couldn't even get out of bed. Like, my back hurt that bad. You know what I mean? But it really does, it helped a lot. Hi. She's at Sloan. Right, I know. But, like, Tay, I always thought that, like, it was like a myth, you know? I don't know, it's weird. I always thought that, like, it was in people's head. But then again, like, I also didn't think that, like, I didn't realize until I got off pain meds that, like, my brain was tricking me into thinking that I was in more pain than I was, because I was actually an addict. You know what I mean? I just hate it. I hate it here. I just hate it. I hate everything about it. Right. That's what I'm saying, Charlene. Like, I thought, I didn't know how much of a help it would be. Just the weather change, you know? Hi. But it does make a huge difference. It really does. Well, so, like, it may not do it to like somebody with like an addiction problem, right? But because I had an addiction problem, right? It did it to me. Would a tanning bed help? What do you mean? Oh, that's a good question. No, I think it's the air. I think it's the air. You know what I mean? I know. So I know. Somebody, one of my friends that live in Florida, they were like, well, good thing you're there because it's 90 and you can't even breathe outside. And don't get me wrong. I get that, like, it's like that, right? Because I'm telling you, y'all, like summer months in Florida, and I don't even live in South Florida, but like summer months in Florida are brutal. Like you don't even want to be outside for an hour, you know? So I get it, but yeah, it's hot down there. Right, and there's that too, right? Like you get that there's different places have different like pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think it's so much the light though. I think it's more of like the air. So I was actually supposed to wind up in Arizona. Yeah, that's where I live, Daytona. Well, I don't live in Daytona Beach city limits. I live in the shores. Yeah, I think it's the air. I don't think it's necessarily the sun. You know what I mean? Arizona is gorgeous, so that's where I was supposed to wind up. But I just knew that and don't get me wrong, because if I had small kids, I would not live in Florida. Florida is going to shit right now. Like the governing, you know. The Amanda, I sent you. I just got coffee all over me. I sent you a DM yesterday. Did you get it? I think it was you in my live last night. You're the one from Michigan, right? Right. That's. I live really close to Port Orange. I wouldn't raise kids in Florida. I mean, I really try not to get into politics, right? Because I understand it's like a hot button topic. Um, but I think that Florida is, I don't know. I wouldn't, no. I wouldn't raise small children in Florida. The way that it's going is just, you know? Hi. Yeah, not just very red, but like, I feel like at what point do we recognize that like it's not a politics problem, it's a human rights issue? And I will never understand why people I never understand why it matters to somebody else who somebody sleeps in bed with. It don't make no sense to me, you know? You know, it's funny, Maya posted a video, I think it was yesterday, and said something about the orange man, and I was just like, ugh. I am living for what's happening to him. So if that's any indication about my political views, um, you know. Hi, Princess Sarah. How are you? Yeah, I try not to keep it. Hey, I try to keep it out of what I do around here because it really. I have friends that are Trump supporters. You know what I mean? I just keep politics out of our friendship. I just for me, I couldn't do it. And I think all politicians are crap. To be totally honest, like I don't think I've seen a good politician in a very long time, right? But like I feel like certain things are not up for debate to me, and basic human decency would be one of them. Call me crazy, right? Stupid. So I agree. And I say that all the time, simply, Ashley. Hey, Ella, I say that all the time, right? Because, like, I've seen it my entire life. You know what I mean? I've seen this shit my entire life. Right. And that's, like, right? Like, I deal with that here with my platform. I don't compromise my moral compass for anything, right? So I just can't understand how, and maybe they have the same moral compass, but like, oof, you know? Hi. I was just bored. I need to, today was a busy morning though. I really do try to like at least like comments, but sometimes it just gets out of control. And I just spilled more coffee on me. How's your day, Ella? Amen. Amen. Well, that's exactly what it is. And I think that a lot of people think that he's worth a lot more than he is. Oh, good. Good. I hope they went well. There's a difference between liquid wealth and like leveraged your assets to your teeth, you know? You follow me? Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. I actually, I hit somebody up yesterday. I'm trying to, what happened? What happened? I've been wrapped up with the other thing all morning, so I haven't been seeing much. Like, the other, oh no. That sucks, I'm sorry. The athletic one? That sucks. Stress fractures are a motherfucker. Yeah, I know. So my son was really active with sports, and he got injured his sophomore year, and he didn't play again. So like people don't realize that like things like that, especially if they're good at the sport, you know, it makes a difference, and it does. So like I know I went through like something similar like when I lost nursing, right? Because that was my whole identity, you know? So it really, my son, it threw him for a loop. Yeah, I hope she's all right. That sucks. That sucks. Right. And that too, right? Like, oof. That's tough. Especially when like they're talented, right? Because let's just be honest, like some kids play sports and then there's other kids that are talented at it, right? So like, that sucks. When are you gonna do? Well, I know your guys' healthcare is a little different. Are you able to get that done like ASAP or no? Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. I hope everything works out. That sucks. Also, I don't know why anybody is stuck on a GoFundMe. Like people do that all the time for sports teams. I don't know why people are so stuck on that. You know what I mean? Hi, Michelle. I feel like that's something that is like common, you know. Right. I mean, that's the best thing to do. That sucks. I know you. Oh, is that why you didn't go live yesterday? I know. I feel like I saw something about it, but I don't know what it was. I know. I know. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. I don't know when people are just gonna give it up. Hey, how are you? Don't mind me. I spilled coffee just on myself minutes ago. I'm not like actually a slob. Right. And like that's the thing. Why? Who gives a shit? I bet her kid's band has done it before, right? And it happens especially with a big trip like that. Like my daughter's softball team was going to Kentucky and they did it too. Because not everybody, I don't want to make this like, not everybody's parents, generally with a team like that, they probably can, but they do it to offset for the kids that can't afford it. You know what I mean? just so that they could be a part of. I don't know why it's such a crazy topic of conversation. Facts. Hi. Yeah, it's wild to me. It's not something, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I made my opinion on it very clear. Right, and that too, right? It's right. I know. I get it, Ella. I get it. I know. I did the same thing when my daughter played travel ball. It was expensive. It was really expensive. So like, I don't know why it's such a topic of conversation, but you know, I understand, and I don't know why people don't put like that critical thinking cap on and get it. You know, it's crazy to me. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The weather, has the weather gotten better by you, Ella? Because I know, like, it was. It's been like you guys always get snow for like till like May. I know, I know. I tend to do that a lot. Boy, mom, I try to give people too much credit. Oh man, she won't even go with the team, or she won't go at all. That sucks. I really hope that's not the case. Hey, Irish. Yo, this bruise on my leg hurts like a motherfucker. Um, that would suck, cause that's like you know, like a once in a lifetime thing. You know, my daughter's doing a semester in Italy. Yeah, I get that. I get that. My daughter's doing a semester, her next semester in Italy, and I'm telling her because only my kid, okay? She starts college, did 7 years of college of Spanish, right? She was an IB student, and I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like it's like harder than like at any AP classes. Like it's really difficult, right? So she got an IB diploma and she took Spanish, right? Her entire, you know what she does when she goes to college? Chooses German. Chooses German. Needless to say, she dropped it, right? Because I'm like, why did you not just take Spanish? Like, at least then you know it's an easy A. You know what I mean? I know that's right. Yeah, right. Yeah, it is. Oh, well, at least you have insurance. That's great. And I could understand like wanting the challenge, but like it ain't even close. Why didn't you take Italian? But like when I was in college, if I knew that like I took like a heavy course load, I would pick up an easy class, right? Just like an easy A. So I'm like, that would have been your Spanish, right? That would have been your Spanish. It would have been an easy A. Because her final for her IB, I know, right, Beth? Her final for IB in Spanish, for her to get an IB diploma, was oral, 30 minutes. 30-minute oral. I almost minored in Spanish in college, and I never even had to do that long of an oral presentation. Yeah, I can get by with Spanish. Like I'm not fluent, but I could carry a conversation. It's just like I guess, you know, like your first year of college, like you're making all kinds of mistakes, you know? That was hers. Yeah, I'm sure you do, right? Because your parents were Dutch or something like that, right? Yeah, it is very close, right? Yeah, I know. That means somebody's typing something and getting a ban. Don't matter to me. It ain't me. They TikTok has gotten very somebody in my live from last night got a comment ban, and like I didn't even see the comment. My mods didn't do anything. TikTok now has human moderators. This just so anybody knows, if you see a user account come in, right, and you click on it, and it doesn't take you to a profile, it's actually a TikTok employee, and they're moderating. Did you really? No, I could get by. You know what I mean? Hi, Supermom. I could get by, and so can she, right? So I don't know why she would have done that. I think she just wanted to try something new and then realized that she probably should have listened to her mom and just taken Spanish as the easy A, right? Because college isn't easy. She's thinking about changing her major. My daughter is a bleeding liberal. You speak really. Stop. Stop it. Hi. It is beautiful here today, right? It is beautiful. So I just had, my mom has a German Shepherd, and he was just out here with me, but he was eating my pickles. I never seen a dog eat like pickles before. Yeah. Speaking of pickles. Speaking of pickles, I never seen a dog eat dill pickles before. It was quite interesting. I was like he was like in my face while I was eating them, and I was like, "You want this?" Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They've been having a field day on my page today, guys. Reporting everything. And I don't know why. I don't know why people are so upset. Isn't that like... No? Do you? I speak sarcasm. That's like my second, you know? Hi, Jesse. I mean, I didn't give him. He just wanted it. And I was like, you really want this shit? Like, I was kind of astounded. Because I never seen a dog even be interested in a pickle. Yeah, good English and bad English. I'm fluent in sarcasm. I know that. Yeah, they've been on it today. On it. Somebody duetted one of my videos about the ink situation. And she sent me a DM and she was like, well, guess that's down. And I was like, yeah, just for future reference, if you're taking something off my page, you may want to screen record it first. Well, I mean, this isn't that, right? But I would be reporting it too. I'm not going to lie, because it ain't a good look, right? And also, it isn't a mental health, right? You can't blame it on being manic. I just want to throw that out there. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, no, I get it, because I've been there, right? Hi, I've been there, right? I've been reported for their own words many, many times, actually. But unfortunately, this isn't that. Now they're just trying to get me banned. I would be reporting it too, because it's not a good look, you know? It actually looks really bad. And I don't understand... I don't understand why it's so hard for some people to just say, I'm sorry, or I fucked up, you know? I don't understand. I don't understand it. I know. I ain't worried about it. Won't be the first, and I'm sure it won't be the last, right? Right, of course. And, like, that's the thing. So, like, I've known about it for a while, right? Like, it just wasn't my business to tell, and I wasn't going to be the one to put it out there, right? Because I feel bad. I think that it's a shitty situation to deal with privately. Trouble. That's what I am. Right, and that's another thing too, right? Genuine concern. Stop. Stop it. Since you have your comments off, there's some people that would like to talk to you. No, let's be nice. Let's not do that. Y'all. I think that's the shitty thing, right? And I know that, like, we just gotta let it go, you know? On his end, anyway. Not on hers. Just so everybody knows. My email is going nuts. Somebody email me something. Hi, Kev. It's a shitty situation. Were your ears ringing? Have a good day. Hey, Kim, what's going on? Y'all, it's hot out here, so maybe I'm glad that I'm not in Florida. You know? Your ears were ringing a little? Yeah. I said said that, you know, you just want to move on. So you could move on, but I these people might know me a little better than you do, but I did. I told him this morning, like, you're gonna have to tell me to stop because I just will not. I think it's disgusting. Amen. Right. I agree. I think it sucks, you know? And, like, that's another thing I said is I don't know why it's so hard for people to just apologize, you know? Like, I don't know. I know. And like, you have support, you know? It's hard for people to go through, you know? And it was weighing on you, I'm sure, but at least now you have some answers. Right? Sucks. You know? Right, and that too, right? So, like, one of the things that one of the things that I stayed on was the fact that, like, he drinks a fair amount, right? And, like, he knew something was wrong. That said enough to me, right? Because, like, you know, it sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I did hear that it's a problem there. I have heard that. But that doesn't make it okay. And, like, if it's a problem, like, what are they doing about it? Because that's terrible. So that's another huge issue I have is that combination. Like, you don't know what meds somebody's taking, you know, and like, and then you throw the alcohol on top of it, like, that's dangerous, you know, like, people are just so fucking selfish that they think about, like, getting, like, whatever they could get to that way, you know? Right, I know, Tay, I get it. Yeah, it is sad. Well, right, and so that's initially why I inserted myself in the first place, right? That whole day, my entire FYP was this situation. And that night when I was going to bed, I was like, wait a second. Like, she has no business being around people that can't or aren't in the right state of mind. And that's ultimately why I inserted myself. Because the more I thought about it, the angrier I got. Right? Right. I agree. And I'm working on a way, because I do know that he just wants to move forward and, like, try to get through it. I have a problem with her. Right, like that. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Finds out, you know, like, I've gotten so many messages saying it wasn't the only time, and, like, who knows if that's true, but what I do know is that it shouldn't be that easy. right? It shouldn't be that easy because you were told no, you know, and I wasn't there, right? Since so many like to remind me. But what I do know is that I did speak to everybody involved, and I will always respect the fact. You want to know what Ink did? Like once I started, right? He said he tried to call me and he said he just wanted me to know everything, which I'll always respect, right? Because he didn't have to do that. But like I'll respect the fact that he understood that like I was gonna involve myself and respected me enough to tell me the whole story. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, now we have an emergency. This is an emergency. Well, thank you. Right, and like I don't want to hop on it. Her I'll hop on, right? But I think that people do need to understand that it is it's his business, right? And like it's not, I understand that it's a hot topic right now and like people are just finding out about it. Some people don't even know about it yet. So I understand that it's going to be a little crazy, but like I also want people to respect the fact that he wants to move on, you know? And he put the truth out as like a start to that, you know? And I know that a lot of us, right, we're victims ourselves in some respect to that. So we should respect that. And I will follow. There isn't a step to this that I didn't run through him first, if that makes sense. Because it isn't my life, you know what I mean? Well, that's so there's other details, right? That not everybody knows. So I think that when you have all those pieces, there's only one place it does look like. But again, that's not it's not for me to make public, right? Yeah, he does. He does. He does. But I think that when you look at the whole picture, right? The whole picture, like the whole trip, the whole thing, and like it doesn't really look like it was anybody else. But again, you know, like if he wants to discuss it, right? I know, but I don't want. I mean, I'm sure that you know by now that I don't want to. It's not, you know, it's not. I don't know. Well, CCPG, that's what really is upsetting, right? Like that combination is not a good. I mean, I'm like a grade A junkie. You know what I'm saying? If I could find it, it's going in my vein. And even I know better than that, right? Like that's what's scary, right? Is like somebody didn't even think about the fact that their actions could have taken his life, you know? That's sad. That's unfortunate. Because like for what? For what? Attention? That's disgusting. I'm sorry, but it is. Like I don't know. And I feel like there were a lot of things that weren't done right, you know. If I hear that argument again, not from you, I'm sorry. Amen, Brenda. That's exactly what you thought. If I hear the argument about the text again, it makes me rage, right? Because like I could literally text anybody anything, right? But when he got there, right? not only did he make it clear that nothing was going to happen, but he also told people around him that nothing was going to happen. So what really do those texts, were they right? No, but it's not for us to judge, right? That's somebody else's life. You know what I mean? But that argument makes me rage because those texts don't mean shit. Sorry, let me rephrase that so that somebody don't twist the hell out of my words. Those texts didn't mean that what happens was okay, you know? Listen, the desperation on that page is wild. It is wild. So, Nandy, true story. My last current ex is the only man that I've never stabbed. You know? And that, it's sick. It's sick. It's sick. Listen, and that's another thing that makes me so mad, Charlene. And that was what led up to me getting mad and inserting myself to begin with, right? Was that, right? Because if it was a girl, people would be losing their shit. I don't get it. The double standard is crazy. Right, Peachy, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I was arguing with somebody on Reddit about it, actually. It should have. So listen, Beth, it should have. It should have 1,000% tried to be handled in private. But that wasn't an option for him. And it wasn't an option for his wife. That was forced on them, right? They didn't have a choice. Exactly. Like, there was no choice. They had no choice. Trust me when I tell you, do you think his wife wanted to deal with it the way it was dealt with? No. So, like, there was no choice in the matter. And when you're left with no choice, you just do the best you can, right? Right. And I really think that she... I'm really trying to be nice here, right? Because the level 5 clinger shit on that page is not normal. It's not normal. It's almost sick. Like, I don't know. Right, right. And I think that most of us feel that way. Right. Unhinged. Unhinged, right? Unhinged. It But I agree. I do agree with that. Stop it. It's not funny. It's not funny. I can't. But, like, that's the thing, right? Like, I really hope that she gets some help for herself, because it's not okay, right? Like, and the way that she went about it after the fact, like, where she went to and the things that occurred after the fact, gross. And, like, I give his wife credit. Because I would have been making some phone calls, right? So, kudos. Right. I agree. It's desperate, you know? And, like, I don't know. It's sick. The whole situation really kind of makes my stomach turn. And, like, I don't know. I don't know what I think that she really thought that, like, that she was going to take her place or something. It was weird. Like, her posts leading up to, like, the part where he said no, he wasn't going to meet up with her, were a little strange to me. And, like, as women, right? I think that most of us in here are women. Isn't it, like, standard practice to, like, not do that with married men? I mean, anyone with like any kind of self-worth or decency, right? Right. And oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't think that she, which is weird, right? Because she obviously could see the support that he had. You know what I'm saying? So how did she not see what was going to happen when she did what she did? You know? So I'm kind of in between theories there, right? Because I know that he got there and he said, this ain't gonna happen, right? So, right, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that alone is just desperate, right? Like, I'm sorry, but there are too many, well, let me backtrack a little bit, because there might be too many options for me, but not that many for you, right? So, like, I'm very confused. So I know that that's an excuse, right, Beth? I know that that's an excuse being thrown around. Mania is just an excuse to me. Sorry. I know that you and I have differences of opinions about a lot of this situation, but I think that's an excuse. I have never been manic and been like, hey, I'm gonna go be inappropriate with a man that has no interest in being anywhere near me. And then when he tells me he's not going to meet up with me, I am then going to give his text messages to an internet terrorist after I make some too, right? And no, that's not it. That's an excuse to me. I'm sorry. That's a cop out. Mania. I get manic all the time. I ain't never done some shit like that while manic though. That too, right? Right. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. Right. It's an excuse. That's what it is. And like, being manic might make me clean my house a little more than normal, right? Being manic might make my brain race a little bit more than normal, right? But being manic has never had me do any shit like that. Never in a million years. So it's an excuse. It's an excuse. I don't think that, which is wild, because I don't know how she didn't see this coming, right? And like, she wants to play victim, but like, who brought it to TikTok anyway? Who brought it to the court of public opinion anyway? Or are you just like that much of a narcissist that you really didn't see your actions here? It's crazy. Bad shit. Yes, correct. That too, right? And you know what's weird? I almost called you by your real name, but I think most people know it, but still. You know what's weird? Here's what's weird to me. Is he giving her those llamas now when she lost her job? Right? Because he just wanted her to get to you, right? I wouldn't drop it either. I wouldn't drop it. Well, that's why she linked up with Mac. For this purpose only. She knew what she was doing. So here's the thing, right? I get that, right? Because in my mind, right, not that you will allow it, okay, but what you allow will continue. And I don't want her to have a chance to do it to somebody else. But I also understand that this literally like ripped his life up. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand the want to just put it behind you. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I agree, boy mom. I do agree. I that's not a woman, that's a girl, right? No self-respecting woman would do that. So there's a lot of questions about that, right, Quinn? I haven't personally seen any proof, but I do know that there are a lot of people in my DMs saying that. And it's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate that, I don't know. I think that people need to lay off, and realize, right, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Because I'm trying to tread lightly here, because you know they're just sitting here trying to nerf me any way they can. That's what I have a problem with, right? Because and that's why I also, I'm good. Why wouldn't I be good? That's also why I got involved to the first place, right? Because I am a recovering addict, and I know that I have been incoherent at times while registering to go to treatment, right? So the first time that I got clean, I walked around with my intake picture in my wallet for 3.5 years to remind myself of what I looked like, right? Somebody in that, they can't consent, right? And it's unfortunate, and it's really scary to think about, right? The only thing that I can hope is that she learned a lesson here, right? Yeah. Oh, she did. Yeah, llamas, JB. It was for llamas. Send llamas. We need to see more. Like, and Max sitting up there with his whole, like, shit, green screen. Like, what? What? You jealous, Mac? Yep, like it was normal. No, there haven't been charges filed. So there's that too. And that about, I don't think it's just him, right? I think that it's everybody, right? Because I have nowhere near that, and I don't trust many people at all. Because if there's anything that I've learned around here on this app, people will stab you in the back for no reason at all. At all. You know? Keep your circle small. That's the best I can tell you. And you're absolutely right. And they are doing the best that they can, right? And I think that instead of judging her for her decision to keep her family together, imagine y'all better all be perfect women with perfect men. That the second that man makes a mistake, you're packing up and leaving, because otherwise you should not be saying anything. That is her family, okay? And what she chooses to do with her family is her business. Leave her choices alone. That's what I'm saying, right? And it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And she knows. Y'all need to understand that she knows more than everybody, right? And what she decides to do with that is her business. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Right. So I was going back and forth with one of them on Reddit, JB. I'll text you the screenshots. Imagine being a Mac groupie. I can't imagine, like, being around a weaker man. Right. And, like, stop. I can't breathe. Right. And listen. He loves his wife, right? It's evident that he loves his wife. So what they choose to do is their responsibility. Their responsibility, right? And I know, for me anyway, I'm going to protect Candace, okay? I'm just making that very known. I get it, Beth, and I understand. She is absolutely an innocent party, and it's none of our business. Same, Simply Ashley. Same. I'm like, I don't know how any woman, I don't get it. Right, I get it, and that where there's a will, there's a way, right? And just because, what I really need people to remember is, just because you don't see it on video doesn't mean it didn't happen, right? I think that sometimes with this app, people get so stuck on proof, right? Proof. And I get it, because I don't like having to ask people for proof for everything, right? But just because it hasn't been posted doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Sometimes people choose to play things closer, right? And I know that there's not going to be an apology, right? They'll just move the goalpost and talk about something else, right? Yes, I know. Rainbow, it made me so happy. Enjoy your day. It's a lot. It's a lot, right? And like I no, I get it, JB, right? Because the fundraiser that I did for the DV victim recently, like it sucked having to ask her for proof, but like you already know that people are watching my every move, right? So I need to make sure that everything is right, and it sucks, and I would never give that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But it still sucks. Well, amen, Mariah. Amen. 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 And like, here's the thing. You know what? I just have a question. Can anybody answer me this question? How are you going to use the hashtag dropping Addie Inc. and then, and not even pull up to a live? Does anybody have an answer for that? Because that's weak. Right. I get it. I get it. And I think that, is that a no? You don't know the answer? I just, like, that's been bothering me. Like, dropping Addie Inc., but you couldn't even pull up to a live? Right, and I understand. I understand. Stop it. Brett. I can't, y'all. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it, honestly. Stop it, Brett. One of these days, maybe tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Maybe Friday. I'll go take a drive. Wouldn't that be funny? Can I just knock on the camper door? Like, it's your favorite villain. Listen. I personally, this might hurt some of y'all, okay? But I stand with Lawless, and but I fucking wish she would have taken me up on that offer, because I said in the comments, I was like, bet, I'll take Huck. I just want Huck, and I have her. But they ain't never pulling up. Because he gets banned and he just comes back. He just comes back, which I get, right? Because it's happened to me too, but I'm not a piece of shit like him. You know? He's been around. He's been around as long as I've been on TikTok. I feel like he's just gotten more and more vile. Like, that video of threatening, like, Ink's kids. And for TikTok to uphold it, right? Because I know that shit was being reported. And it just came back no violation. Excuse me. You know what I mean? And I don't even know. I don't know if he's still here, but I don't even think he was on the app for that. And I was like, dude, what? You know, like, what is this? Yeah, same. That infuriated me really bad. Really bad. Yeah, I mean, that he posted the video. But like, this goes back to the conversation. Like, the second that you bring somebody's children into an argument, you lose that argument, baby. Never mind the threatening of his children. It's terrible. Terrible. And I don't understand why people are comfortable enough to even fix their lips to make threats like that. You know? It's wild to me. It's crazy. Even if, like, listen, there are some people that I strongly fucking dislike, right? I would never. And it's a shame, because I do like, right, that's what I thought. I thought that. There's one of his friends that I don't know if it's his friends, but I did like her, and I had to, because to me, I just can't understand why any woman would support him. Well, I mean, I think that you and I have been going back and forth about this for a few weeks now, right? And I kept telling you that there's more that people don't know, and maybe once you realize. So I'm glad that you did actually apologize, right? Because now you see what you see. But like, unfortunately, right, same, right? And we've been, I don't know, we've been doing this for a few weeks now, me and Beth. And I'm respectful about it. Like, I understand that people have differences of opinions, but as far as I'm concerned, SA is not a difference of opinion, you know? That's just how I feel about it. And I think that if there was any, what's the word? If there was any question, right, that this wasn't that, then we're on the wrong conversation here, right? Because that's exactly what it was. And then the manipulation and all the tactics that came after it were just wild. I get it. I understand, which is why I'm not, you know? Right. I know. And I get it. I do understand that he wants to move on. I do understand it right now. It's fresh in people's minds. But he wants to move on. And right, like, at least now, has it been easier today or no? Right. And that too, right? It's weird how you could not know somebody, right? And they become a part of your everyday life, right? And I said this to him. He wasn't on the app. And it was like a few days later, and I was like, listen, like, you mean something to people, right? Like, and you don't have to know him, right? Like, those morning videos for days, I went back and forth with myself. Should I post this video? And I said something to him, right? But I know that, like, when I relapsed, like, those videos every morning, like, they meant something to me, right? So I never wanted, I knew he was off the app, right? And I was like, what if somebody else needed that, right? Like, because I needed it. Thanks, by that. I needed it. There was a point in time I needed it because, like, I was in, like, a deep depression, you know? And I tried to remind him of stuff like that, because I know that when you're going through shit like that, like, it's hard to see, you know, like, you just feel, you just feel some kind of way about yourself, about the things that you've done, right? But, like, we're more than our mistakes, right? All of us, not just him, not just me, everybody is more than the mistakes that we've made. And it's unfortunate that people only see that, right? Like, you see the man's mistake, but, like, what about all the good things he does? Why do people focus? Like, this app has an ability to just focus on negative, right? Like, those mistakes don't take away from the person that he is. Those mistakes don't take away from the things that he's done for other people, right? So why do people try to do that? They do look up to him. They do look up to him. And I think that somebody definitely underestimated just how many. Right? And I don't get it, right? And maybe it's because of the side of TikTok that I was on for so long. Like, it's fucking exhausting, y'all. Like, I think that people, like, unless you're dead in the center of it, you don't know how draining and exhausting it could be, you know? Same, right? Exactly. I actually was just gonna do a paper for my little sister, right? And that's what it was about. It was about how the news pushes negative stories more because that's what's attention grabbing, right? It's crazy. And that's another thing too, right? Maybe show me a single human that hasn't made a mistake, right? Believe me when I tell you that he understands that his mistake hurt somebody that he loves, right? And what hurts more than that? But y'all, people, like, shoving it down his throat, that don't make it better. That just fucks, like, you know, like, come on. I will never understand how people intentionally try to cause pain, right? Like, all the moves that did I know she was going to lose her job? I sure did. But guess what? I wasn't intentionally trying to cause her pain. I was trying to get people safe. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would never, even the people that I hate, like, if you know me, you know this, there's quite a few, right? I don't wish bad on them. So I don't understand how somebody could intentionally try to torpedo somebody's life like that, knowing there are children involved. A man. Is that the problem, Mac? It's just shrimp energy. I agree. That too, right? And like, it's crazy to me. Why not just? I'm gonna stop. Hernandez, like, get it OnlyFans. You could get money that way, can't you? Or you can't slip things through like the screen, right? And maybe that's true too, but I think all of us have a little bit. I think all of us have a little bit of negativity to us, right? You know? Stop, y'all. Right, and I think that that's another thing, right? I think that he had to realize that, like, let me try to explain this a little better. So, like, I'm from New York City, right? I was around famous people my entire life. I worked in the New York City club scene. Like, I worked at China Club when the Yankees were good, would come in on Monday nights, right? I've always been not really, oh my God, right? That type of person. And I think that this was a wake-up call for him. I think that it finally, like, and they're just people. He is a man with a business that, like, has a family. TikTok is not, it's TikTok. You know what I mean? And I think that this might have, it's crazy, like, to come to the realization that your private life could be monetized like that. And, like, some of those texts really pissed me off, right? Because I've been following him for a long time, and I didn't know some of that stuff. So, like, for somebody to put that private shit out there like that, that's gross. That's gross. I know, and I get it, right? I think that it's like an average, everyday Carolina boy. I think that people don't realize that, like, this app could be such a bad place, but it could also be such a good place, right? And when you become, right, and you have that size platform, like, those are people that support you, right? And when you're cut off from that fast like that, right? Not that he doesn't still have the support, but, like, he removed the app, right? And you're going through shit, right? It's hard to see your way through it, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't post anything either. Let me tell you something. I've been trying to get that girl's page down for a month. Post some reportable shit instead of, like, your bad lip syncing videos with a terrible filter. This app did, right? I get it. Trust me, I get it. And listen, I'm no better, right? Because I did my part around here, right? I did my part for taking part in some of the bad things that this app has to offer. But I'm trying to... This might sound crazy right now. But I'm trying to get away from it. She's just my target right now. I know. Well, she could stay silent. It doesn't matter. Your address doesn't change, right? Sorry. I realized how ridiculous it was going to sound once I said it. He went to Baltimore to see Izzy. It looked like he had fun. You know what I mean? Hi. Baltimore, yeah. Right, Mimi? Like a wash lady. What's it called? That word? No reason. He's been looking for an excuse for angst for a while. You did, and you'll be stronger because of it. Your marriage will be stronger because of it. your platform will be stronger because of it. Everything will be stronger because of it. And like, here's how I feel about shit like that, right? If y'all are gonna unfollow me because I made a mistake, well, bye, right? People make mistakes. Period. People make mistakes. So like, if you're gonna unfollow me, you're just gonna bring me closer to the people that are here for like good reasons, right? That's how I feel about it. I agree, and it's unfortunate, right? Right. Well, I hope it gets better. Marriage is not easy. I said something the other day to somebody. I was like, listen, I'm done. 17-year marriage, 7-year relationship, total waste of time. Fuck it, right? No mas. No mas. No mas. No, 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 no. I'm not talking. No. Mm-mm. Please don't get. I am 1000% not saying. I mean, by the videos I posted today, you didn't get that. I am 1000% not saying anything about her mistake. I'm talking about Inks. I'm just. I'm just over it. Right. And let's be honest, right? Like, what happens? People start hating on his wife. Leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. No, you're good. I was not. I am not. I will not. And I am not a supporter of hers in any way, shape, or form. Period. Period. And that, Shelly, there it is, right? Karma sees it all, right? Karma sees it all. He could not do anything, and it'll happen. You know, it'll happen because you can't escape that. Right? I agree. I agree. I agree. And God bless her. You know, I can't imagine. I have heard that. So I have heard that Boston is like notorious for druggings right now, which is crazy because why are they not doing anything about it? Yes. So a few of us were talking about Alive, raising money for her to go on a Hobby Lobby trip. What is up with that? Are they trying to do anything about it or no? I don't live in these places, nor do I really frequent bars. So like, I don't necessarily know. That's scary, y'all. Because like, when I was like younger, it was always like a thing, you know. But like, I don't know. But like, maybe somebody needs to. Does anybody live there? Does anybody in here live there? Maybe somebody should be like, well, that's exactly what my problem was, Mama. Does anybody live there? Right, exactly, exactly. Oh, that's right. There are those covers, huh? Um, Boston. Does anybody live there where like somebody can like do something about it? Because nobody should go through that. You know? Yeah, I mean I'm in Jersey. I'm in Jersey. Hi, baby. How are you? But they have cameras, right? Or do they not? I know in New York that there's so many cameras. I missed it. But like I hate it here. I hate it here. Can you tell? I guess that's true. But like that's crazy that but the bars have to be able to do anything. They should be eating the cost of the covers and people they should give them out with like entry or something. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know I need to DM Janet. Janet, can you send me a DM so it goes? My requests are on. Wow, that's crazy. Well, so Maximilians, that's how I feel about it. Okay. That's how I feel about it. What you just said, right? Because what self-respecting woman sees a dude passed out and is like, now's my chance? That doesn't even sound like fun. Okay. Exactly. No, she had to have. I know. Janet, can you send me a DM? It'll come in through my requests. I'll look for it when I get off. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could, like, right, like, why? I'd be like, go to bed, I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, we could do this tomorrow. That's it. Nancy, that's what I think as well. Hi. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think that's what I agree. I think that it was all a plane, you know? Listen, you don't even, Irish, you don't even know. Yeah. Right, how do you defend that? I know. Yes, Nurse Lady J. That's pretty much why we're talking about it. I haven't really talked about this. The only reason why I am is because of the you know, the results being posted today. I hate it here. You have no idea. I had no choice really in the matter. I don't see, and that just shows how delusional she is, right? Because there was never going to be a way. You know, it was never going to happen. Hi. I'm from Staten Island, and when I tell you, okay, when I cross that bridge, okay, my entire body tenses up. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Tracy. And like, I don't know. So, I don't know. I think that it's a shitty situation, right? And I think that, I don't know. And one thing that we can always be sure of, y'all, is the truth always comes out. Okay? Always. Always. Oh no. That's scary. You can't go anywhere anymore. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to, like, your kids can't go to school. It's terrifying. Exactly. And you know what I like about it is, I say that all the time, Jelly. The truth will always be the truth, right? Like, you could try to, like, twist it, and you could try to, but the facts will always remain the facts. You know? Listen, I get it. I get it. I get it. And I don't, you know, I just don't like to speculate, would be, I guess, the right word. But if there's something there, it will come out. Oh, did you? I saw you text me. I don't have my watch on. Look at my tan line from my watch, y'all. Can y'all see that from the camera? It's like, it's a little ridiculous. I'm just saying. It is scary, but I promise you this, Florida ain't no better. Florida ain't no better. I've talked to him about it, but it's not my business, right? We go back to this, it's not my business. I don't. I have my upper arm and my lower arm. Florida, I'm telling you. Starting on July 1st, Florida will be a no permit carry state. Because we're doing so well with the guns anyway. Why not just give them to everybody, you know? Yeah, thank God it wasn't fatal. I'm actually about to do under here, and I'm fucking terrified. I'm terrified. I'm really good with pain. I sat for 7 hours with this one, but this is gonna hurt like a bitch, the underside. But I'm terrified. Somebody told me to use numbing cream, and I'm like, do what? Do what? Yeah, Texas is just as bad. But listen, I wish I could pull it up. My son, when he turns 18, my son is bony like me, right? He turned 18, he was going to get his first tattoo, right? I said, where are you going to put it? He said, his collarbone. I said, what? I said, maybe you should get like a tattoo somewhere else, or like, you know what I'm saying? So that you know what it feels like, right? Because listen, I don't give a shit how much it hurts. Once you touch my skin with that needle, you're finishing it. I will grit my teeth and bear it, right? He put my birth date on this bone right here, okay? And I didn't think he was going to sit for it, but he did. And I was amazed. I was like, damn, because his first tattoo, it's like right here, well, his left side, because that's his heart, right? Because I'm such a terrible mother. It's like right here, and I don't know how he did it, but he did. Numbing cream. I have a bunch of tattoos. A bunch of tattoos and a bunch of piercings. You guys, I cannot. I thought I saw the profile picture, but I wasn't sure because the sun it fucks with my reflection in the comments. But I do. I want to get onto here done. Hi, Billy. I want to get onto here done next, but I've been afraid. I'm guessing word has reached the server, if that's the case, huh? Pain isn't a thing for me. You know what I mean? It's not a thing. Oh, well, happy birthday. It's on your bucket list. Best advice I could give you is get something small for your first tattoo. Because I don't, this is going to sound crazy, y'all, okay? Just bear with me. I'm not a needle fan. I know, wild, right? But I'm not a needle fan, and I don't necessarily. I would start small in a place that isn't too bony. This one I didn't even flinch for. It's crooked. This one I didn't even flinch, and it was done in like 20 minutes. My upper arm I did in sessions, and this one I did in one session. This is my newest. I just got this one done. But the top of my, it's like I have it all like drawn out. I just haven't gotten it done yet. The top is the time and date my dad died, and these are my kids' birth month flowers. Yeah, I know, wild, ain't it? I know. I'll tell you. You know why? You know why I think it is? I'll tell you why. It's different when I have the control. I know it makes no fucking sense. I get it. Trust me. I understand, all right? I understand how fucking insane it sounds that I am a IV heroin addict, right? And as long as I am doing it, I think that might be the problem. But yeah, absolutely, I'm terrified of needles. Stop it. I don't even think was that her though, because I wasn't sure. I'm not. Does she not know I don't deal with that anymore? Stop. Stop. Oh, that's interesting. Because I don't really deal with that situation. So it's weird, you know? And I'm sorry, but like I always forget that Billy is as young as she is, like compared to me. You know? I do always forget that. Oh, really? That's interesting. Hi. You're just about to miss me. I'm about to hop off. Yeah, scamming is frowned upon, y'all. I don't know if you know that. Have you had any conversation since that Odin thing? Or no? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know, because like we were talking and then we weren't talking and then we were talking and then we weren't talking. Oh, I'm ending, Katie. Don't rush. I would think that like after the Odin thing, the conversation would have been had. No. I mean, maybe I'm just expecting too much from people again. Dude, 6'5" is tall. 6'5" is tall. Did you guys know that Inked is taller than Izzy? Yep. Kate. That's it. You found me out, bro. You found me out. I didn't know that. But people always think I'm like 5'7". I don't know why, but everybody always thinks. Everybody always thinks that I'm taller than I actually am. It must be the camera. I don't know. But I'm not tall at all. Not in the least. 5'4". Right, but why? What gives them that idea is what I'm saying. Is it because you only see like if maybe up to my toe? I'm cold and I have a sports bra on, but like I'm not tall, like at all. I'm short. I'm fun size. There you go. I have a big personality. But my daughter is 5'9". I don't know where it comes from. 5'9". She like is a whole, like she's so much taller than me. Yeah. It's so crazy because like when you see us next to each other, it's crazy. Yeah, my son is like 5'12" maybe. I'm just, what did Ink say? I'm little and I'm white, but I could fight. My little sister is 4'6". Do you know? I tower over her, legitimately, at 5'4". 4'6". She is tiny, tiny, tiny. Yeah, John was 6'1". John is 6'1". Sorry. No, she drives. She drives. Yeah, John, I didn't mean to use like, past tense, but it flew out of my mouth. I was like, that was kind of rude, but you're really? I'm a bad like estimator on height. Hi, Charlie's mom. But so I guess that's the same way people tell me that I look taller than I am. Same shit. I'm going to have to hop off because if a bitch don't find coffee soon, somebody's going to get, But it's been real, y'all. For those of you that are still here, can we please, please, please try to respect Ink's wishes, please? My name is Margaret. People call me villain. People call me the queen of being banned. But my first name is Margaret. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Take that shit elsewhere. Look, yo, you ready? You ready for this, Brittany? Even Inked called me Marg. And you're still walking around with that fucking E. Imagine that. Not a good look, bro. Well, I hate it. I've always hated my name. Yep, imagine that. Strange, ain't it? All right, y'all, I gotta hop off. I need to get coffee. Yeah, no, it was villain because people, so this account, when I made it, right, which it's been, this might be the longest I've had an account. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe close, though. Close. People were doing a lot of this, right, but they kept watching me, right? So, and I was a villain, right, because I do it all. Y'all are going to learn. Y'all are going to learn that I do it all. That's why my other page, one of my backups, is Marg Did It. Because I do everything that people accuse me of. Whether it's truth or not, I still did it somehow, some way, you know. So that's why this account was named that. No matter if you show them proof, Marg still did it. No matter what. That's just the way the cookie crumbles around here, so. It is what it is. I've embraced it. So now, yeah. Listen, let's real quick before I end. Let me make something really clear. All right, so Shafty, listen up, because this is the only thing that I'm going to say to you. All right. I have never involved anybody's children in anything. Okay. Never, not once. However, you know what you did? You did lie and say that I contacted the P3DO's job just to justify you contacting mine. Remember that? I don't know that there was a page ever. I think it's a deflection. So, and I'm going to continue to believe that either you made it yourself or no page was made, because nobody sent me a page. Okay? Let me tell you how fast word travels around here. If somebody takes a piss off the side of the sidewalk, that shit is in my text messages or notifications by the time the stream hits the concrete, okay? Weird how nobody sent that to me. That's weird. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So, unfortunately, better luck next time, because you keep catching these L's, bro. Like, you just keep catching L's. Right, nobody's seen it. I asked multiple different groups last night. You know, because I talked to you about it, because we're being blamed for it. Yeah, not going to happen. So, better luck next time. You know, the sassy texts and now the page on your kids. Why would I make a page on your kids and not just say the things that I know Ashley's told people about your kids? Hello? Gotta use your thinking cap when you're fucking with me, Shefty. Remember that. On that note, y'all have a good night. I'll be around. I'm bored today, but I'm not doing another live. But I'll see y'all around. And Ms. Hernandez, we don't do that, okay? So I hope that you're prepared for the consequences, okay? Everybody else besides those 2 or 3 individuals, I hope you guys have a nice night, okay? Bye.